Hi everybody, Sanbona, and welcome to Reality Bites TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So, I want to talk about Neetasha from the Mummy Club Sugar and Spice. She did walk out of the reunion, so most of the second part of the reunion, she wasn't part of it because she just couldn't sit there and take accountability like a grown woman. Okay, you opted to go on a reality show with so many other women. You knew it was going to be drama. Okay, give me one reality show that women have done as an ensemble cast and there was no drama. Okay, just one. Give me one. Okay, it never ever happened. So for her to now not be able to sit down, okay, if I was the host, I would have been sit the fuck. Oh yeah, hlala phansi, you know. Now, you guys, there's an article that has been written on IOL. It's talking about how she's feeling about the situation. It was written 16 hours ago. Yes, it was written 16 hours ago. So she's speaking about how she's feeling after the reunion, after she walked off, because obviously there was a walk, the actual walk off, and then there was us watching her walk off the reunion. Now, you guys, listen. Neetasha is taking no kind of accountability. She is the victim of all victims when it comes to this show. I don't get it, you guys. And I'm not saying that there wasn't anything wrong done to Neetasha, because I do feel like the other women intentionally got her hated, okay? Because obviously Neetasha and Naliana were not having any kind of communication, but the other women were talking to Naliana, and the other women were talking to Neetasha. And they knew the reality of the situation of what was going on between the two of them, but Neetasha was in the Dilulu land. So, with them saying things that they said to her, I think they knew that they needed to bring it at the reunion, but none of them wanted to do it. So, they used Natasha. But if Natasha hadn't done certain things, they would have had nothing to use. You understand what I'm saying? So there are things that Natasha needs to take accountability for that she's not willing to do. Any woman that cannot say, listen, okay, listen, I was done wrong, but let me just take accountability for what I did wrong, okay? Anybody that cannot do that, it's like, where do you live, okay? Natasha is so delulu. Even the delulu in her has some delulu in it. But if you don't believe me, let me read this article, because I thought that in this article it was going to be more like, listen, I shouldn't have done this and this and this, but I'm also not happy that this and this and this was done to me, instead of just being a victim. So this is what the article says. The title says explosive fallout. The Mummy Club Sugar and Spice. Okay, explosive fallout at the Mummy Club Sugar and Spice Part 2 reunion as Natasha walks off the set. Listen, you guys, I always feel like anybody that does not attend the reunion and or walks off the reunion. It's one thing to walk out and then you need to cool off and then come back, okay? But if you don't attend the reunion or you walk out and you don't come back to finish it up, like, you don't deserve the second season. It should not even be negotiated, okay? And in most shows it will be like that, but in South Africa I feel like they are very easy on the cast, because remember, even the Mummy Club, the original Mummy Club, we did have a cast member that walked out. So I was shocked to actually see her being featured on the second season. If you can't take the reunion, you are not a reality TV material, okay? So it says here, in her first interview since the reunion, Natasha sheds light on the real reason behind her decision to leave and the emotional toll the experience took on her. As strong and as fearless as I am, I will not tolerate being in an environment where I feel threatened, bullied, and harassed. And the funny thing is that those are the things that she was being accused of, the things that she couldn't take accountability for. People saw you being a bully, people saw you being aggressive. I don't believe, you guys, that the production will take the time to issue an apology to Naliana if they did not see the bullying and the aggression from Neetasha. I don't believe that they would do that to Neetasha. Give us the impression that the whole fight happened when it didn't. The fact that they issued that apology to Naliana told me that, okay, Neetasha must have done what she's being accused of. And also the silence from the other cast, you guys. Even Lenore has Natasha's back, but in this situation, she did not deny that Natasha did that. Because there was one thing that she could use to defend her friend. No, guys, no. Even production, no, guys, don't do that to my friend. She did not do it, okay? So it tells me that she did do what she was being accused of. I walked out to protect myself and my mental health, she said. I know the value I bring. I could not endure any further mistreatment. This is the thing, though, that I did feel like Natasha thought that she was more important as a cast, okay? Because it's almost like she was acting like she's above everything, like everybody else, okay? They need me here, even when I say I'm going to travel to India for some time, they're going to wait for me because they need me here. And I didn't feel like there was anybody that I felt like on that cast they can never do without, except for Christina. All of them, to me, were just unknown, okay? Even Natasha and Naliana, only when they spoke about Eastern Mosaic, and I was like, oh, that's where we saw them long time ago, okay? But when they were presented, I was like, I don't know any of these women. So it didn't feel like any one of them was more important than the other before we watched the show. But it kind of felt like Natasha felt that way. Okay, so she says, she revealed that the emotional weight of the situation was compounded by a loss of a close family member just hours before filming. Listen, you guys, on my previous video, I did say that I was like, I don't know if I believe this whole thing of an aunt or grandmother that had passed away. I felt like it was convenient for her to have that to use. But Lenore actually did mention it after she had left, that she was there when Natasha received a call. They were already at the reunion about to shoot when Lenore, well, she said she was there when Natasha received a call. So I was like, okay, then it must be a real thing, because I thought maybe the person had already passed away and she just is conveniently using it to be like, the reason I'm so, heated or whatever is because I'm dealing with a situation. So I will give her that, you guys. It must have been hard to have to sit through the reunion, having lost a family member. But is it the reason that she behaved the way that she behaved? Would she not have behaved that way if she hadn't lost a family member? I don't know, you guys. But the behavior was still unacceptable, and she must she must take accountability at some point. She says, family comes first, she said, reflecting on the grief of losing her aunt. She decided as a huge influence in her life. I had lost my mom's elder sister, who was like a second mom to me. Natasha's walk off was not just a reaction to a hostile environment, but also a false narrative. Because of a false narrative that was being pushed on set. Okay, let's hear how she explains it. I feel like I was ambushed. The entire cast, with the exception of Lenore, sat back and allowed a false narrative to be pushed forward. The tensions during the reunion came to a head when Naliani Uma brought up accusations regarding a fake Instagram account. Natasha denied any involvement when Naliani revealed that Natasha's modeling agency, Model Camp SA, was allegedly behind the account. I want to make it clear that I do not have any fake Instagram accounts. Bonang is a real person. I cannot control who people choose to like or dislike. Okay. What's the account called Bonang? Because I was like, why the mention of Bonang? Also, Model Camp SA has been using social media to promote itself from the very beginning, just like any other business would. Despite any controversy surrounding her exit, Natasha has no regrets. Okay, I wish that you guys, I can see how Natasha is setting up to not come back to the show, because since she's somebody that does not want to take any accountability, it's going to be hard to come back on the show, because if she comes back, then questions will be asked about the reunion and all of that. But I think because the first season for me was so bad, like they did not give us their real selves on the first season. I want everybody to come back, almost like I would like season two to be a redo of season one. All of you, okay? Nobody should miss this one. All of you come back and give us the real reality show, okay? Stop with the fakeness. So I would like to see, they mustn't add anybody, because there's already too many women. It's really is a big cast. So all of them come back next season. Give us a redo of season one, but we will just call it season two, because we can't call it season one again. Okay, but we need a redo. So I would have loved to see every single one of the cast coming back, but I don't see this one. Natasha is not coming back. I do not regret working out. I will always stand for what is right, and the toxic and hostile environment I was placed in is absolutely the environment I was placed in absolutely warranted my leaving. If anything, I regret not working out sooner. Okay. Obviously, working out sooner would have helped her, because some of the stuff wouldn't have come out, because it's difficult to talk about the person that is already, not part of the group. The disputes, particularly the accusations made by Naliani, left Natasha feeling defamed, and you should have sat down and defended yourself. The statements were deeply defamatory, a blatant attack on my dignity, she added. I had been provoked for almost a year. At some point, you have to stand up for yourself. So where does Natasha stand with the other ladies? Once beaten, twice shy, she said, suggesting that there may be no future for her or and the other cast members in terms of reconciliation. So it sounds to me like she is more mad at the other woman, even more mad than she was with Nalian. I think she really was hoping that the other women were going to back her because of what they had been saying to her. Okay. I think that honestly, you guys, they must have been saying some things to her to even think, for her to even think that if she comes from Naliana, they will back her. I think that's what she's mad about, that they threw her under the bus, okay? Because those women ain't loyal to nobody, okay? As the reunion revealed, the ladies of the Mommy Club, Sugar and Spice, were far from the close-knit group they appeared to be seen on screen. Exactly, you guys. Exactly. Because I was like, these women are acting like most of them are not friends. They're meeting for the first time. Some of them have heard about each other, but not really. But at the same time, they wanted to act like they are best of friends. Like, it was not making sense. So the process of them getting to know each other, it was skipped, because it's almost like they wanted to just pretend they knew each other very, very well without actually going through the process to say, actually, I don't know this woman, let me get to know her, so that we can get that genuine experience of them getting to know each other, and then the drama that comes with that. Behind the scenes, unresolved drama has been simmering for weeks, and the reunion only sorted all to the surface. Okay, I guess there's a lot going on. Listen, you guys, one thing I can tell you is that there is a potential for this show to have a really, really good season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It just depends how they decide. If they decide to go back to acting fake like they were acting in the first season, then we're going to be feeling the same. I guess we'll also wait for the reunion for season 2 for us to enjoy the show. Now, it's not everybody that feels like that, you guys, I have to say. And I did say when this show was presented that I would have loved to see a mix of the Indian girls, the black girls, maybe some white girls there. But also I felt like, because we do have reality shows where it's just all black cast, they also have a right to just have a show where it's all, Indian ladies. Okay, of course, with Leno as well being colored. So I felt like it's not really an issue that they are all in Indian, but I doubted that they were going to be able to give us the reality show that we all love, that we can all relate to. And that's what happened for me. But I feel like the Indian community really loved the show because I think for them, they appreciated the fact that it's the first reality show that is like Indian casted. Okay. Most of them could relate to the things that they were talking about, the events that they were doing, and all of that. So there are people that really enjoy the show. For me, I just felt like it was boring. But the reunion was what really revealed that what I was feeling about the show was really true. Nobody was being real on the show. They wanted to act so perfect, The reality TV has existed for a long time, you guys. You can't, or maybe you can, but it will be a difficult task for you to say, I want to change the perspective of reality show. I want to show people that you can come as a woman on a reality show and be all positive. You are basically wanting to change the whole perspective of the whole industry when it's actually your first time doing a reality show. It's unrealistic to think like that, okay? Women have tried and failed. Reality show doesn't work like that. At some point, you're going to have conflict. You're going to fight with somebody, At some point, somebody will be getting up wanting to get physical with somebody. It just happens all the time. But you can't be, delulu and think that you are going to do it different, but it's going to bore the people. And I am the people, and I was bored, okay? Anyway, you guys, I really am thoroughly enjoying the reunion. I go back and watch. And if I have more to talk about, I'll talk about it because I'm just so amazed by the fact that they were able to do such a good reunion from such a bad season. Okay. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about what Neetasha is saying in the comment section. Do you think that she has a point here when she says that the ladies did throw her under the bus? Would you like to see Neetasha come back next season? I definitely want to see Naliana. Christina, of course. Okay. I want her to come back and cause the confusion that she caused, okay? And also, these women will bore us without her. The twins, you guys, the twins were just shade for me, The twins were just shade. I don't know, Lenore, of course, Lenore, Lenore must come back. She adds some spice. When they say the mommy club sugar and spice, Lenore is the spice. And Christina is the sugar, okay? And then Naliana is both, because those are the people that actually made the show. Neetasha, well, the walk off. I guess the walk off too was good because now we're talking about it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda. Kaku.